I'm back. Another day. I was gonna sing It's Raining Men, but I thought about it and I don't think it's a good idea. No, let's do it. It's raining men, hallelujah. It's raining men, amen. Ooh, ooh. That sounds so gay. I'm not gay though, and I don't like ladyboys. Well, I should know better, shouldn't I? I really should know better. I have lost my faith in humanity as a whole. I really have. People, unreal, absolutely unreal. Now, it takes a lot to upset me, but sometimes somebody manages to rub me up the wrong way. Do you know what I mean? But what can you do? I should know better. So basically, started this new firm, banging the plots out, plot after plot after plot, decent prices, which makes a change, doesn't it? Jesus Christ, these phones are ever. Yeah, decent prices, and I get this lad come in who works on the firm. I'll give him his due. He comes and sits with me every single day, morning break, dinner break, etc, etc, which is a lot to be said for, because 9 out of 10 people just don't do that, do they? They can't even be asked to come in and sit with you with break. But I'll give him his due. He does it every day. But as per usual, when you're on your break and there's a little bit of a crowd, you know, probably half a dozen of you, right, they always let you down, don't they? Hey, as soon as there's a crowd, they start mouthing off as if there's something special when they're not. You know what I mean? So yeah, sitting down on break, just made friends with this new guy. Decent bloke, sitting next to me, chatting away with him. So I started to show him me intro to me new video that's coming out, £100 brush. And although this guy is a lovely guy, and he's one of them guys that you just want to give him a cuddle, don't you, and play with his beard, you know what I mean? Hey, you'll probably find, you know, when he used to go drinking, the women would take the piss out of him by stroking his beard, humouring him, you know what I mean? Thinking, shouldn't you be living in the mountains or something, or off the grid, you know what I mean? But yeah, when there's a crowd, that's when you see the true colours, innit? So I was showing this guy this intro to this video, and he has to chirp, doesn't he? Like a canary let out of its cage. Oh, your intros are shit. He says they go on for too long. What kind of stupid, immature thing is that to say to moi? You know what I mean? Why would you come out with shit like that? And then before you know it, you know, talking about your missus, saying, are you sure it's a woman and all that, just because she's from Philippines, which I take with a pinch of salt, you know, because it's common knowledge in it, I suppose, in a manner of speaking, lady boys and all that, not that I know. But yeah, start showing you true colours, started mouthing off, and before you know it, hey, it was a full-on verbal attack with each other, to the point where I got to the point where I was saying to him, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, you're just sad and pathetic because you spent the last 10 years on low day work when everybody else was getting about 30, 40 quid extra a day. You just sat on here and accepted it. You know what I mean? So yeah, started getting onto that shit. and full on verbal attack with each other. I ain't gonna fall out with them, do you know what I mean? But you know, you just gotta be a bit wary, ain't you, of these people. I had the gaffer come in to me the other day, because oh, can you just check your skirting boards on the plots? Some of them are a bit thin. Well, I know for a fact it ain't gone round and checked them, so that means this particular individual has opened his mouth, isn't he? And mentioned it to the gaffer, which could cost me money if you know, it turns out to be a problem. And yeah, then, you know, there was a fact I'd just come on the firm, and he realises who I was and everything, big follower and all that sort of thing, although he finds the intros boring. Do you know what I mean? And I said to him, oh, don't tell anyone, because sometimes site agents get a bit funny and I get kicked off site. Well, that was a waste of time, wasn't it? Because as soon as he knew who I was, he told everybody on site who I was. You know, which is, I don't mind, do you know what I mean? Because, you know, the more people who watch it, the more green I get. But it can cause me a problem, i.e. They can get funny and ring the gaffer up and tell him to get me off site. So, yeah. I'll watch me back with him now, I think. Watch me back. Once I start getting mouthy, you know what I mean? Because again, comfortable with you, I start getting mouthy. Not funny, is it? Not funny. So yeah, bear that in mind, lads. If you want a new firm, start getting pally with some of the lads. Watch what you say, watch your back. Do you know what I mean? You never know which one of them has got a knife. Little bit of a hint and tip for you guys. You know when you're using oil-based paint, and it could be whether it's gloss, satin, undercoat, whatever, you do, let's just say gloss. No, let's say undercoat, because the example is on undercoat. Let's say you're using undercoat one day, you've undercoated your half your plot, come in the next day, and whether you've got the lid on tight or not on top of the tin, you open up your tin of undercoat and it's got a semi-skin on it, like it's just started skinning over. You try and get it out with your scraper, what happens? It all breaks up because it's only a thin skin, and basically you're in the shit because it's going to drop down further into your undercoat, or you're going to struggle to get it out. Now, a lot of you experienced painters will know what I'm talking about, but maybe for a lot of you newbies, it's going to cause you a problem. So my advice is, when you finish using your undercoat, right, either leave the lid ajar or leave the lid off and put it somewhere where it's not going to get shit in it, yeah? So, it doesn't just semi-skin over, it completely skins over and starts going thick. Because it's easier to get a thick skin off the top of an oil-based paint than it is one that starts breaking up as you're trying to get it out and sinks into the clean paint. Let me give you an example. Right then, here's an example. Empty tub, scraper, tin of oil-based undercoat. Just get your scraper. Right, now here's the undercoat. Now I've left that over the weekend to show you the example. Right, you open it up and it's got a semi-skin on it. Right, you try and get the skin out, breaks up, starts giving you problems. Easiest way around it is, let it get a full hard skin off, right? Because you're going to get it out in one lump and it won't dirty your paint up. So just get that, go around the edge, yeah, pick it up in the middle, nice thick skin, don't take long to get that, yeah, let it drip off, because you don't want to waste any paint, it's expensive. Now imagine if that was a semi-skin. That would all break up now, drop back in the paint and everything. It'd be a right ball ache, wouldn't it? So just leave the lid off and let it go hard. So it's easy to get out. Now, all that paint in there, it stays clean. It's not got bits of broken skin in it. And then lob it in there. Simple as that, guys, simple as that. Because, I mean, I know, because I've done it myself, do you know what I mean? Gone to like use your undercoat, oh God, it's got skin on it, it breaks up in your brush and blah, blah, blah. Just leave the lid off, let it get a thick skin so it's easy to take out. Jobs are good un. Update. Now, as you know, I've done snagging for countless months. And I've put a lot of production guys' work right. At the gaffer's expense. Now, I might have like said to the gaffer, oh, you know, I'm going to be in here 2 days because I've got to regloss the frames or something, blah, 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 that needs sorting out. But I've never actually physically rang the gaffer up, crawly bum licking, right, trying to secure my job, right, brown nosing, as we call it. So, an update from the earlier bit in the video. So, the named individual, who we won't mention due to privacy laws and legal reasons, found it in his wisdom after finding some doors in one of my plots had got excessive amounts of cat hairs on them due to the fact that my roller started playing up, and you know what it's like, you don't see it till you finish glossing them and you look at your doors and you go, oh my God, do you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm not joking, these phones are really heavy. So, I was painting this plot and I did realise after I finished glossing it, I thought to myself, oh God, a few hairs on these doors, isn't there, do you know what I mean? It's got to be off me undercoat roll-on. I use big 9-inch on a double-arm cage for rolling the Aki on. So it's got to be that. So I seen the doors were a bit dodgy and I thought I better do something about it. So I ordered a new sleeve because I don't want the problems, you know what I mean? And, but needless to say, this certain individual has gone in to snag my plot, seen the doors, come in the plot to me at break, started criticising them. Oh, I'm going to have to use an orbital or belt sander or whatever it was, sort your doors out. Now, bear in mind, if you've got cat hairs on your doors from your roller, it's basically just a D-nib after the gloss has gone on. Run round and just whiz over it with a roller. You know, you're probably looking at 2-3 hours maximum. So, here on about the doors, I said, well, it is what it is, mate, do you know what I mean? Don't worry about it. You're on day work, just sort them out, you're getting paid. If I didn't make mistakes, you'd be out of a job, do you know what I mean? But no. And it's come to my attention, this other guy who comes in and has break with us, sound bloke, he was walking back with him, and this particular individual goes, oh, come and have a look at these doors, come and have a look at these doors. Look at the state of them. So he went and had a look, like, and this particular guy said, like, I don't really want to know, mate, it's got nothing to do with me. He goes, yeah, but like, look at all the money he's earning, and he leaves the plots in this state. Do you know what I mean? So you can automatically see there, jealousy, pure jealousy. How can you go out your way to drag somebody off site to slag somebody else's work off? It's bang out of order, completely bang out of order. You just don't do that. And this person comes in and has his break with me every day. But behind me back, that's what he's getting up to. I mean, you just don't do it. And it never ceases to amaze me how some people can be so stupid. I mean, you just don't, if you don't know that person, you don't know what they're capable of. I mean, that particular person who you're slagging off, he could go out his way to find you, have you about it, and chin you for it, couldn't it? Do you know what I mean? Oh, you're trying to get me to lose my job when I've got kids to feed, or you're trying to get me to lose my job, so how about I just book you one, do you know what I mean? Because like you just cost me money and cost me my job. Or they could go out of the way to find out where you live and start like getting up to all sorts of things, couldn't they? You just can't let jealousy get the better of you and then start slagging off somebody because you don't know what that somebody is going to do to you. So these people need to be a little bit more careful who they start upsetting, because one day you'll do it to somebody and they'll knock you straight on the floor. It's not good practice and you don't know who you're messing with, do you? Hey, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not like that, but the next person could be. So, you've got nobody to blame but yourself, have you? If you want to stick round for decade after decade on low day work, plodding along like nothing's ever happened or nothing's going to happen, leading a boring life, right? You can't start getting jealous about people who are doubling your wage, because you've only got yourself to blame. If you want to earn more money, right, all you got to do is ask for price. You don't need to start slagging other people's work off and ringing the boss up behind the back and dragging people in off-site to stir the shit, do you? Don't want to be doing it. No, I just rang up the gaffer. I said, tell you what, mate, I'm here to bang plots out for you, right? You better get me off this site, away from this bloke, because I'm going to end up having a fight with him because he's stirring the shit and doing this and doing that, and I can't be doing it. I don't need to be working with people like that. And I certainly don't want to be having me break with them, if you get me drift. So yeah, just because somebody comes, sits in with you and he watches all your videos, it could be a hater. Or, you know, it doesn't matter what firm you're working on, you got to try and keep your mouth shut. I find it difficult, do you know what I mean? But you got to try and keep your mouth shut and don't tell these people anything. Not that it makes any difference, they're still going to go in your plot, check it, ring up the gaffer and start shit stirring. I don't know why people are like it, I really don't. Anyway, stuff for that. I'm going to pack my kit up and I'm going home, and it's 11:30. Thank you very much. Mind you, I've only got half a day's money today, but hey, what can you do? Keep the flame burning, guys, keep it burning, because some of them will blow it out. There you go, lads. That's what you gotta do when you got a Lucas Pro Tool £100 brush. Take care of the pennies and the pounds will look after themselves. Oh yeah, vital.